Alright guys, so today we are going to be comparing the, two perfect cells. We got the tech one, we got the STR one. Both of them do have their easy A's. Now one thing, the tech one, more of a nuker. The STR one does stack attack and defense. So both of them are good, both of them have different niches that they fill. So it's not like at the end of this I'm just going to say, this one is better, because I don't think either of them is better than the other one. Which is kind of weird, because like they're the same named character and they're both Dokkan Fest exclusive easy A's. So most of the time when that happens, like the newer one would always be better, so that would be STR Cell. Whereas like STR Cell is probably better in most occasions, because if you think about it, in Super Battle Road, when you're facing multiple enemies, he debuffs the enemy's attack by 20%. And in the Legendary Goku event, or Infinite Dragon Ball History, he will be raising his attack and defense. But do keep in mind that this cell does recover HP, and because his stats are insanely high, because he has that S rank and the hidden potential system, like he can hit significantly harder than this cell. It's just, I would say in like the difficult events, STR cell is probably better. In like Dokkan events, or events similar to that, Tech cell is probably better. Right now, we are going to hop into an event on the Resurrected Warriors team. We're going to test out Tech Cell first. We'll be back in a second. Alright guys, so here we are. Most of the time when I do videos like this, I will be taking them into the Legendary Goku event, just because that way, it's one long continuous event that I can just like get a whole lot of situations with specific units. So here we got 5 orbs. That's not a lot of orbs, 1.6 million. That's with no support, no big bad bosses, which I'm pretty sure he has. I should check out their links before I do this. Actually, next turn I am going to check and make sure that he has big bad bosses, because if he doesn't, that actually makes it significantly easier for me to get his best attack stat. And he does have big bad bosses. Of course he does. Why can't my life just be easy? The reason him having big bad bosses, by the way, makes it harder to get his best attack stat is because, like, basically, Physical Kid Buu is the best support type unit in the game, but it's very difficult to get his full passive as well as big bad bosses. Because for his full passive, you got to be above 80%, but for big bad bosses, you got to be below 80%. So that means at some point in the middle of the turn, you got to get hit hard. Or just, like, get really lucky with where your health is. So, like, I don't know. Having big bad bosses does make it a little more difficult to fully optimize Kid Buu's passive. I think we can do it, though, because Kid Buu isn't great defensively, and this event can hit pretty hard. Ooh, this is a lot of tech orbs. Well, that's not tech, that's STR. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's see his defense here. His defense here is 120,000. That is another thing, by the way. This tech cell, most of the time, will have a higher defensive stat than the STR cell. It's just, like, in Super Battle Road, it doesn't really matter, because STR cell is doing so much with his attack reduction. Like, sure, the extra defense would be nice, but STR cell is making it to where the whole rotation takes less damage. You know? So we're going to float off Kid Buu here, and I want to stay above 80% HP until the rotation where we get like everything we want. And actually, next time we see Cell, we're going to get a really good rotation. So next time we are going to float off the Incel. Incel is, I don't think, activating as many links as you would think he would, because like it is like perfect Cell and perfect form Cell. They're basically the same character, but I mean like Int Cell doesn't have the best links. And that's one of the main reasons why people don't like him very much. Okay, we didn't finish it off this turn, which is nice, because now we can get a whole lot of orbs with Tech Cell next turn and see what he's looking like. And he will have defensive support. Let's check his defense here before we get him any, like, defensive support, well, any orbs. He's at 111,000 defense before we get him an orb. So that is with no stats buff. He gets no stat buff at the start of turn. Okay, do you see that? So, that's him with 0% defense from his passive. Let's get him some orbs. Is his defense above 200k? Yes, it is. See, like, in Dokkan events, Tech Cell is still the way to go. Like, that is just a fact. Or, like, even if you're just trying to speedrun something, and he's not bad in Super Battle Road either, because remember, every single time he supers, he recovers 10% HP. So that does just come in handy. Here, I think right now we're at, like, the perfect HP, question mark? He said very confidently. See, there's nothing I can do to just heal a little bit here, so I think right now we are above the threshold. I really hope we are. I really hope he doesn't super this turn, though, because if he supers, even Tech Golden Frieza, who does have 80% damage reduction, we would probably get below the threshold, which would suck. Because, like, next rotation, good, but it wouldn't be as good as it could be. Please no super, please no super, please no super. Perfect. Okay, so we can tell next rotation if Physical Kid Buu got his full passive, if Kid Buu gets any key at all. Okay, wait. Kid Buu didn't get his passive. Because Metal Cooler gives 3 key. So, does that mean Big Bad Bosses? Yep, Big Bad Bosses and Fierce Battle are the only links active here. See, the thing about getting a rotation like this for Tech Cell is, like, like, his key spheres are so inconsistent. So, actually, you know what I think I might do? There's nothing I can do here to get him any amount of orbs. Actually, we can do this. That is only 5 key spheres, though. 5 key spheres is not very many at all. And I just... oh, God. I messed this all up. I just deactivated Big Bad Bosses. Okay, whatever. This rotation sucks. 2.1 million is not good. I do think I will probably cut and get this rotation again where it isn't completely the opposite of what it needs to be. I'll probably bring some orb changers too, because I want him to get... I don't want him to get the full field, because that's not realistic. But it is realistic for him to get like 6 orbs. But I kind of messed that all the way up. So I think here I'm just going to cut to when we have a better variant of that exact same rotation. I will be back in a second. Alright, so we're back here. And this is going to be a very good attack stat for Tech Cell. Especially, like, look at all these orbs. But it's going to be a really, really good attack stat if Kid Buu gets supered. If Kid Buu gets supered, then we're going to activate Big Bad Bosses. And 273,000 defense is very good. Okay, let's see what we get here. Kid Buu's at 1.2. Alright, please super Kid Buu. Please super Kid Buu. Kid Buu dodged. That's upsetting. But 3.89. If Kid Buu would have got supered, that would have been easily 4.3 million attack stat. Which is just crazy. Now, because I have cut, and, like, you know, I kind of forgot. I kind of forgot what rotations I haven't got with Tech Cell yet. So, I think I'm just going to get, like, one more good look at him, and then we're going to swap over to STR Cell. Because it's been, like, 5 or 10 minutes since I recorded that first part, because I wanted to get a really good look at him. So, I kind of forgot, but it's all good. Hopefully it's fine. Okay. This used to be one of my favorite rotations in the game, by the way. The Tech Golden Frieza with the Int Golden Frieza. I remember I had to go so deep in the Int Golden Frieza banner to pull him, because they did the sleaziest thing they've ever done. They released the Super Saiyan 3 AGL Goku's EZA, the first EZA, at the exact same time of the Int Golden Frieza banner. And Int Golden Frieza was the only leader to the category that was strong against the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And it just sucked, because that was back when EZAs were so difficult. Like, now you can beat most EZAs with a mono team, but back then, EZAs were, like, unbeatable. Even if you had the correct units, it was so difficult to beat level 30. Alright, 2.7 there. At this point, I'm just kind of rambling. Right now, we're going to cut over to Resurrected Warriors team with STR Cell on it. Try and see him in some good situations. I will be back in a second. Alright, guys. So, we are back here with STR Cell. Can't get him 6 orbs here, which does suck, because the way STR Cell works, he gets 100% attack and 50% defense, I think, at the start of turn. And then he would get an extra 30% attack and defense, I think it is, if you get him 6 or more key spheres. So that is a little difficult to do, especially considering, like, I didn't bring any orb changes on this team. I didn't bring any orb changing items. So if he gets it, he gets it, and if he doesn't, he doesn't. But it would be really nice to get that on the rotation where we have Physical Kid Buu, which will be the next rotation we see him. And since I didn't cut here, I actually remember what rotations we need to see. What I really want to see is him without any support, because next time we see him, we're going to have double support. There's nothing I can do here to set up key. I would really like to, but because we're going to beat this stage here, like, trying to set up those key spheres, which I did horribly, by the way, that wouldn't have done anything, even if I did it correctly. Oh, no. Okay, this... Nothing has made me more angry than what just happened. Because now, next rotation, Physical Kid Buu is not going to get his passive. That's why Physical Kid Buu sucks, by the way. Physical Kid Buu is god-awful. Oh, I'm actually really upset. So, here, if you look at it, we can get 6 Key Spheres. So this would have been his best rotation. Okay, whatever. So, I want to see him with no support, and we're going to get this rotation again. Man, I hate using Physical Kid Buu so much. Okay, at least they gave him some support type buff when he fell below 80%, which they didn't do before. But it's still, like, it's just upsetting. 2.91. If Physical Kid Buu had his full passive active there, he would have been at like 3.2. And he doesn't even really have a max attack stat, because if we go deeper and deeper into this event, his attack will just keep getting higher and higher. Because he does raise his attack and defense on super attack, which is really nice. And also, like, this isn't his best spot. Like, he's good here, but his best spot where he's really destined to dominate is Super Battle Road. He's great in Extreme Super Battle Road. He's great in just, like, the original 10 stages. He's great in Category Super Battle Road. It's just anywhere where you are fighting multiple enemies and their attack can be lowered. Like, attack reduction is insane. Like, that's why the Extreme STR stage of, like, Extreme Super Battle Road is almost a joke. Because, like, if you look at it, you have STR Mega Shenron, who debuffs enemies' attack by 40%. Okay, that is, for one thing, insane. And then there's also the Cell, who debuffs enemies' attack and defense by 20%. And then there's also STR Rosé, who does it by 20% as well. And it's like, all of that passive attack reduction is insane, because it's like, if they did it on super attack, it would be one thing. But because it's on passive, it affects everyone at the start of turn. Okay, there was 2.2 with very little support and no big bad bosses active, because for some reason Angel Golden Frieza just doesn't have big bad bosses. Kid Buu still makes me upset. But I think after next rotation, I'm going to cut to when we have the rotation that I want, which is Kid Buu with his passive active, please. And we're going to need the 6 orbs. I wish I would have brought orb changing items, because that rotation might take a while to get, which would suck. Okay, didn't quite finish that off there. Tech Golden Frieza should hopefully finish it, though. 1.48, yeah, he will. I've got faith. Okay, he did perfect. So this rotation with no support, let's see what he's at. Ooh, wait. 5 Key Spheres. 5 Key Spheres. Maybe if I do this. Oh, okay, that was luck. That was just straight up luck. I didn't really, like, mathematician that. Alright, guys, so we're back here. I don't know when I cut, because I got a phone call, and that just completely stops my recording entirely. So, I mean, this is 6 orbs, 2.31 million with no support, no big bad bosses. Was there big... I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if the incel has big bad bosses. That's just me being honest. So now, I am going to cut until we have his best rotation, and I'm gonna get it. I swear it's going to happen. We'll be back once we get there. Okay, we're back, and this should be a really good rotation for Cell. We came in the rotation, Physical Kid Buu had his full passive active, Metal Cooler obviously had his passive active, we're getting 6 Key Spheres, he stacked up his attack and defense a little bit, and Kid Buu here should get hit hard enough to get us into Big Bad Boss's range. Let's see what number we get to here. Okay, ow, ow. I'm not going to do this Dokkan mode. It doesn't matter how much Kid Buu does. Okay, now that we've skipped that. Kid Buu, why are you even attacking? Oh, did we just die? I hope not. 240. Alright, 3.48 million is very good, though. I forgot to show his defense, which is a huge failure on my part. But his defense was probably pretty high, because he's been stacking up this whole time. I guess, you know what I could do? I could just... Whoa, we're transforming here. I don't know what I should do about his defense. I guess I'll just go to next rotation, look at his defense, and then we'll leave it at that. But the thing is, last rotation his defense would have been even better, because, remember, Int Metal Cooler does give 40% defense. So that is a good amount of defense. I don't think I need to do anything. I think we're fine. Does Tech Frieza have his full passive active here? Because when transformations take place, is it like in between turns, or is it at the start of this turn? Because if it's at the start of this turn, then Frieza does not have his passive. But if it's in between turns, then he does? Okay, it takes place during that turn. Is Goku about to kill us? No? Okay, cool. So here Cell's defense is 217k. Last rotation his defense was definitely over 300k. That is insane. Alright, but anyways guys, if you did enjoy this video, please consider to leave a like, a comment, subscribing to the channel. My name has been Blah, and I will see you guys next time.